Hi there, Lester Fields here. In order to forge the blade of Bastet, I need to find a sword of historic significance. Kryptos tells me that I may find one in the presidential cottage at the Whitespring Resort. I've traveled there and so far haven't met up with anything hostile. There's a bunch of robots on the grounds here, but all have been friendly. But I get an eerie feeling as I approach the presidential cottage itself. And sure enough, I'm set upon by ghouls. Once I take care of them, I try to gain entrance to the buildings, but they're all locked with some sort of hand scanner, and my palm print doesn't rate. Maybe there'll be a back way in or something, and I continue searching. After dispatching a couple more ghouls, I find an open door with a broken hand scanner. Lucky. Entering in, I come across a display case containing a sword that looks like it will fit the bill. But I can't open the case, and for some reason, today I don't feel like smashing it open to obtain the sword. I turn to the nearby terminal for help, but it's telling me I need a valid employee password to really root around inside. Well, where will I find an employee password? I haven't seen any other folks anywhere on the grounds. Only robots. Employee robots. Maybe I can nick a password from one of them. In an adjacent room, I find a non-functioning Whitespring docent protectron who just happens to have what I need. Back at the terminal, I'm granted display case access. And finally, I'm able to get my hands on Grant's saber. Could this have belonged to Ulysses S. Grant? If so, it certainly has some historical significance. It's not too long before I'm back in the Order of Mysteries underground sanctum, and I head straight for the weapons workbench and attach the swing analyzer to the sword. Now I've got to go out into Appalachia and use the sword against 6 different types of creatures. The first, right here in Riverside Manor, is a Scorched. Then, a Stingwing. And a Feral Ghoul. And a Mole Rat. and a Mr. Farmhand. And finally, a wild mongrel. And with that, I've satisfied what's needed for the fabricator to make Grant's saber into the blade of Bastet. Eventually I make my way again to the manor, the underground sanctum, and the fabricator itself. And very quickly the blade of Bastet is made. Back at Kryptos, I log in to find out about the voice of Set. And yet again, my mission briefing is dispensed via holotape.
The Mistress of Mystery is not a sniper. She is not the Silver Shroud, leaping into the fray with his silver submachine gun blazing. But she does carry a pistol. It is a tool, like any other, to be used when the situation requires it. The Mistress's iconic revolver was the voice of Set. It had a variety of powers. To be frank, it did whatever the writers needed it to do. I received more than a few letters about that. But for us, that variety is essential. We need tools capable of meeting any challenge. Your mission is to help expand our options. Kryptos has leads on a number of prototype weapons that were in development before the war. You will be assigned to retrieve one of them. Bring the plans to Frederick and see what he can make of it. He never fails to amaze me.
And the holotape directs me, yet again, to Kryptos to find information on an experimental weapon that had been in development before the war. I'm guided toward an EMP research program at a place called Sugar Grove. And that's where I'll be journeying to next time. Until then, thanks so much for watching.